Welcome cartoonists. We've got another request today, this time from Abby, who wanted to know how we can draw some llamas. So I've figured out a really fun way of drawing llamas, and if you're any good at drawing the letter M, just a nice rounded one, we're going to do all different shapes of M. If you're any good at drawing a curly E or W on number 3, then if you can do anything like that, M's, 3's, E's, M's, then I think you might stand a chance of drawing a llama in this way. And it's quite a fun way of doing it. So we're going to start with the top of the head. If you just work with me with a nice letter M, and it doesn't matter really the size, around about this size if you can, or whatever, another M joined onto it, and that's basically the top of the head. Ears can be any shape you like. I'm doing quite long ones. You can do short triangular ones. Just try a few different shaped ears. They can be heading back if it's running. So I'm just doing that. Another shape on that side, like an N shape. Now here are the W's joining up, and you've got a nice bit of fluffy hair at the front on the top of its head. So already we've sort of established the top of the head. Now round about here we'll have like its nose area, and this is a nice easy way of doing it. So it's like an oval shape with a V, a line going down, and then you can give it a little smile or make the mouth straight like I've done. It's up to you. You can change it any way you want. You can really alter it. So I've just done an oval, V, a line down, and then any shape that you like just to join those up for the mouth. I'll just do an alternative here. I'll probably end up drawing another llama. So there's the oval, there's the V, there's the line, and there's a little smile. And try a few different variations, draw a few llamas, because this is a nice fun way of drawing it as well. There's not really a straight line in this cartoon. And again, there's the bushy bit of fur on the top with basically M's and W's. That's all you got to keep in mind. It's not complicated shapes. It's something you're used to if you're only good at writing. I'm better at drawing than I am at writing, unfortunately. Okay, that's just joining up for the nose. These are the eyes, obviously. If you want to leave little shiny bits in there like we've done before, you can do, or just put dots. I'll show you some different eyes we can put on them as well. You can just mix and match all the things I'm going to show you in this. So just a line for underneath the underneath its chin there, and then we're doing like number 3 going down. So that fur, it's like it's sort of almost overtaking its face. Now all the way down, like curly E shapes. You can make that neck as long as you like. There's no rules to this at all. Just make it as long as you like. Vary these a little bit if you want. Mine look all the same. If you want to do bigger loops or smaller loops, you can do. And that, I'm putting a bit of a curve on that neck. So again, no straight lines. That's got its head tilted slightly. And all you've got is a bit with no fur, is the face. The face is pretty short haired, so I don't need to do any fluffy bits on there. So I'm making that neck a little bit longer. They've got quite long necks, llamas, and they usually look straight up like that, which is quite a funny way that they stand. So again, I'm doing the curve of the body, but I'm just again in these little curved shapes. Same with the back. It's all wool, so we're just giving that impression that it's just a very woolly looking creature. The tail can be sticking up, again same shapes. Everything is made up of 3, W, E or M. That's it. You just got to make it fit into your cartoon. So the legs are kind of going forward to start with. They've only got little short legs. Well, the cartoon ones have anyway. and we're just going to join that. So you've got a little bend in the leg, and most of the other leg is hidden. The front leg is hidden behind the body, so we only have a little puff ball there as a leg. On the end we'll have the hoof. These are about the only flat lines we do, and a little curve in the middle for its hoof, and whatever you can see on that hoof, if you can see anything, just pop a little hoof on the end under there as well. So the back legs, we've got the hip here, we're just following the line of that leg's going back a little bit, and just make it big and fluffy. Don't make it too thin, just make it look as woolly as possible. There's its tummy underneath, and I've got a jumping llama. Send yours in, let's have a look, see if you get anything like this. There's a hoof again, little simple way of drawing hooves. You can colour these in. You can have anything from pink llama, blue, rainbow coloured llama, it's completely up to you. Just any part of the hoof. You can't quite see all of the hoof there because it's hidden. And there you've got, before you know it, you've got a llama. Here it just goes wider from the neck, it goes wider because there's its body. Just take your time, because then we can do these little woolly legs coming down. Same shapes all the way. Look, we've hardly done any straight lines, and I think it's quite a fun way of drawing, a little different way of drawing. See if you can make the same shape of this animal using these funny little M's and W's. There's the hooves again, same sort of thing, and I curved in a bit this time. I mean, that's a do really, but if you want to add any little bits and pieces, like a little bit of its back and its tail, you can do. You won't see much of it, just a little bit at the back, and you can just have a play with it. Just do as many variations as you can. If you like drawing llamas, then this is a good start. So I'm just adding little bits and pieces, which you can too. Just enjoy drawing them, get into the feel of drawing a llama. This, if I had my coloured pencils, would be a rainbow. You can do it by lines, or you can just do it in a rough pencil, very light pencil, and follow it. I mean, if you know the order of a rainbow, red, orange, yellow, etc., you can do that with your coloured pencils, and just give yourself a guideline with your pencil. You can rub it out later. So they're jumping with rainbows behind them instead of just these go faster stripes. They can be rainbows, and the llama itself can be rainbow coloured if you like. If you want to add a little bit more fur, just overlap them. Almost look like our fish scales, don't they? The way we've drawn fish in the past. Just add a few more of those here and there, and it makes it look more and more fluffy the more of those you add. But don't go overboard on it, because you might make it look too busy. Again, we don't like to make them look too busy. It gives you the idea that it's fluffy anyway. Now I'm just putting a cloud here in the background. I'm doing a straight line. That's the base of the cloud. Make that as long as you want. It's going quite close to the llama if you like, and similar shapes for the cloud really. But first of all, a couple of different shaped M's there again, and the W's to make that fluffy front part. Little ears on this one. There's the oval. Can't see the eyes because that fringe is quite big, so I've saved myself a job of drawing the eyes. Again, don't forget the oval with a little V, etc. That's an easy way of drawing a face. And then off we go again with the fluffy neck. We're not going to see a lot of this llama because a lot of it's going to be hidden in the clouds. There's the back. There's the tail, and that's about all we're going to see, because this cloud is going to come over. Similar shapes, the M's again. All different sizes, overlapping a little bit. And there we have a llama sat on a cloud. And that wasn't planned at the start of this cartoon, so that's kind of just happened. And that's what I like about cartoons. Anything can happen from that blank piece of paper. And have a bit of sunshine there. And then just for the background, to show that they're actually flying through the sky, if the cloud wasn't enough of a hint, we're just going to have some little hills. We don't need lots and lots, just a few. And it adds to the picture, but you can make anything you want of the picture. You could have it jumping out of the cloud if you wanted. Now for the shading, again, I can't resist putting anything in the background in the shade to give it that 3D look. And whatever colour you make it, just get your dark pencil and just shade in those bits that are in the background, like the back legs that you can't quite see, that are shadowed by the body. But you can have fun with it, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what you can send in to our Facebook group and see what mad creations you can come up with, and maybe try some different positions for your llamas. Do as many as you like, fit as many as you can on the page, because once you've got these basics, it might give you a good idea, might inspire you to draw different scenes. You might even have some llamas just stood on the ground, if you might want to make it really unusual, or just, chewing some grass or something really normal. You don't have to do something mad like me all the time. But it'll help you. It's like a library of cartoons that we're learning ourselves. You don't have to use anybody else's. You can create your own, which is nice. And you can dip in and out of these workshops every time you see something you think, oh, I'd like to have a go at drawing that. And if you want to suggest anything, just leave a comment. Look, I've just put a little stream in there. It just goes narrower and narrower and just adds to the picture. Now I've just done a couple of different little ideas here. I've made these look really chunky as well. Same ideas again, just bigger hoops, smaller hoops for the M shapes, etc. And you can just see how you go on drawing. Like, you don't need a steady hand for this really, because once you've got the ears and the fringe and that oval for the mouth, a couple of dots for the eyes, then you're free to make that woolly looking neck. Those are the only straight lines or smooth lines around that face, because there's no fur. And you can just practice making these llamas. And you can't really see the legs. You can see the little hoof at the bottom. That's the only, sort of defined bit is the hoof. Everything else is woolly. So have a play. Look at the eyes. I've made those a bit different. Just put eyelashes on those. If you want to make it look a bit more feminine, just give it, put some eyelashes on. There's some shiny eyes with some eyelashes. A couple of eyebrows if you like. Just have a little play, because once you've got the fringe and the ears and the oval, the V line, and whichever shape you want, you've got the startings of a llama. So give us a thumbs up, let me know you're out there. Keep your suggestions coming in, please. I need some crazy inspiration always. And if you're not subscribed, come on, subscribe, then you can see what's coming up. And if you'd like to have a go at drawing it, then you don't need clip art anymore, do you? Because you can draw it yourself. See you tomorrow.